The Thunder Bay Public Library held its third of four community consultation meetings last night regarding its draft facilities plan.
It took place at the historic Brody Library, where there are questions about whether the branch will continue to operate after the plan is finalized. Vasilios Bellos reports.
Around 20 community members attended the consultation session at Brody Library on Wednesday. The Thunder Bay Public Library has presented a draft facilities plan regarding its future, with their first option being keeping the four neighborhood branches and adding a centralized location at Inner City Mall. There is another option being presented by the library if they don't receive necessary funding from the city that would result in the closure of the County Fair Library and the historic Brody location.
What happens to our most marginalized and most vulnerable population if the branch they tend to use the most isn't a library branch anymore?
Many questions raised during the Brody session looked at marginalized communities that use the branch as a safe place to access resources and stay out of the cold. Library CEO Richard Togman says they have consulted with 45 community partners that work with these groups and says he's confident the addition of a centralized location would support the vulnerable population.
There's an adaptation mechanism in place that those service providers will step up to help fill the gap, and that we can still provide meaningful service to that population through the central branch, which isn't really too far away.
Janine Chasson attended the consultation and fears for the library to provide good service to all groups in the city. Neighborhood branches may have to close.
In order for us to achieve all that, I think that a central library is a key point. What I don't think is that we can probably afford to keep all the branch libraries. Despite the fact that I love them, I walk to them, I've used them all. I think that something's got to give, and I think that's probably going to be it. But
with Brody potentially being closed as a library location, other uses would have to be found for the building. Lorna Sutherland hopes that whatever may be chosen would still reflect its history.
Well, I don't really want it to close, but if it did close, I think it would make a good museum, maybe a book museum.
While the public consultation session at the Brody branch has concluded, it was just 3 of 4 opportunities for the community to have their say. The final chance is Monday night at the Waverly branch, with CEO Togman saying 70 people have already registered to attend. Vasilios Bellos, TBT News.